leaders. So I'll start by what are mental health challenges affecting learners. Mental health challenges affecting learners include the influencing or feasting upon mental health challenges influencing or feasting upon learners are commonly anxiety, depression, and trauma, which drastically reduce academic motivation, increase absenteeism, and strain peer relationships, often resulting in poor grades and a high probability of school dropping out. So I'm talking about me, you, and everyone in this boardroom as I speak before you today. Each and everyone in here can invest. We can promote and be creative towards building a positive, more inclusive educational environment whereby we work alongside the government, we as learners. Causes and impact of GPV. Wow, I'm really good at this one. Okay. So causes and impact of GPV, right? GPV, as everyone knows, as gender-based violence, is an international struggle we may refer to as a great catastrophic disease or a calamity that we fail to defeat. So what's most beautiful about this kind of a great disease is that it has inherited within our own school grounds due to primarily systematic failures alongside power imbalance. The consequences of GPV ripples out from the individual survivor to affect families, economies, healthcare systems. And while our most causes are harmful societal norms, institutional power exploitation, peer pressure, and bullying, the government can teach learners, the government can teach or invest in the teaching or educating teachers on how to deal with students and to tell whether they need psychological training. Then how, why, and what are drugs and substance abuse among young people? Substance abuse among young people involves the deliberate use of illegal drugs, alcohol, and misuse of prescriptions over-counter medications. It is driven by adolescent brain development, peer pressure, self-medication. Oh, I'm so very grateful. I'm sorry. Okay, okay. Okay. Why, how, and what are drugs and substance abuse among young people? Substance abuse among young people involves the use of illegal drugs, alcohol, and misuse of prescriptions over counter medications. It is driven by adolescent brain development, peer pressure, socio-economic factors. For instance, what are these substances? These substances include dagga, synthetic drugs, nicotine, and vaping. Now, dwelling on cyberbullying and online safety. Cyberbullying. Cyberbullying among learners is the deliberate use of digital technology by learners to harass, humiliate, or target their peers. While online safety for learners involves equipping students with digital literacy, technical tools, and psychological resilience needed to protect their privacy. These challenges are what we must face, each and everyone in here, and those who are not here as of now. These challenges are what we must face, especially our world leaders, especially our country leaders. Because if it isn't them who fights against these challenges, then what would be left of us as the following generation to inherit? What kind of a government agency are we going to rule if this one lacks funding us and showing us the right way in order to do things even correctly, according to the correct way, right? So I believe that teachers, parents, and learners must unify for a better South Africa, and they are the ones to improve, inspire, and aspire change within ourselves as the younglings, the ones that will inherit them. Let us please remember what Martin Luther King Jr. once said. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "We must learn to live together as brothers or perish together as fools." Emotional intelligence is the foundation of a healthy relationship. And there is a Japanese proverb which I've seen and I really taken a liking to it. it says fall 7 times. It's okay to fall 7 times. But make sure that's the second time, after that 7th time, meaning the 8th time, you stand up. You better stand up taller than you ever was before. It promotes that you better stand taller than anything you've ever seen. Then all the tallest trees you've ever seen, those you've ever dreamed, stand taller such that you scratch the skies. Make sure you are the skyscrapers that are in the process of being invented. Make sure that you, yourself, you serve as a beacon to our generation. You serve as a symbol to a generation that will come before you. I'm so very appreciating that I am here today, and I'm so very proud that I am sharing these things with you. So, I very much appreciate and I'd very much like to thank Ina for inviting me here, because for the last few days there are a lot of things that I've learned, and like wow, I won't lie, and I'd really like to say this thing. I'm very inspired of Miss Tendy, that she was able to found such an outstanding program which inspires me, actually. I don't care about you. As long as it inspires me, and I'm so very grateful because of that. There are a lot of things that I got to learn, including socially, and those including the educational system, along like doing career expose, etc. So, Care Enough is a shining star indeed to me. Alongside each and everyone in here, I believe you are all the beacons that will make South Africa a better country than the one that it is. I believe that it is us who will make South Africa an inheritable country for the following generation after us. For those who are not born, we are the ones to serve as role models. And as we live here, I hope that each and every one of us in here go back to our schools, go back to our families, go back to our friends and community members. I hope that each and everyone in here will share their experience as a care enough, not sure where the members, not sure where the members, but alumni. And I was hoping that our MEC or the head of, but you know, those you expected. So I was really hoping that they were going to be here today. So the message that I wanted to pass to them was that we need help. We need help. As much as I am not sure whether it's Care Enough doing okay financially, but then I was going to be with each and everyone in here. I'm sure of this. We are all going to be appreciative if our government could have invested or funded the Care Enough program. And I'm so very lucky to be here. Thank you.
Learners overcome pressure from schools, friends, and social media, but are unlikely to be taught on how to manage different types of emotions. This leads to learners thinking that falling defines failure. Lack of emotional intelligence allows schools to produce academically clever learners, but emotionally starved learners. These obstacles are not increasing because learners are weak, but because the world got faster and our emotional education did not. This negatively affects us because not being fully educated about emotional intelligence affects anything in relation to our academic performance. Schools must consider teaching emotional intelligence as a subject. By doing so, this will contribute positively towards instilling knowledge based on emotionals. Learners are required to be willing to learn and participate in any activity. The government must fairly address these matters to teachers and host programs that will encourage learners to be willingly to participate. Our parents must be emotionally available for us, as this will teach us emotional intelligence as well. My second subtopic is the culture of respect and inclusion. Culture of respect and inclusion refers to a safe and secure environment an individual is in, despite of their gender, identity, or race. Creating a culture of respect and inclusion includes the government to Creating a culture of respect and inclusion requires the government to motivate learners to build a culture of inclusion and respect by moving away from paperwork, focusing on tangible incentives and restorative justice system. In closing, leaders are not born strong, but they are built in schools to be strong and taught that falling does not define failure. Thank you.
So today I will be addressing two of the biggest issues facing learners today, which are mental health struggles and emotional struggles, including substance abuse and drug abuse. So mental health struggles and substance abuse are usually caused by anxiety, depression, unemployment in our communities, and the easy access to these substances for learners and other youth members. So the aim of learners when using these substances is usually to find relaxation and relief from academic stress, social stress, and more stress in their lives. So the thing learners usually do not notice when using these substances is that they tend to lose focus in class, they tend to drop out of school, and get involved in illegal activities. Because as you all know, an intoxicated mind cannot function in class. A stressed heart and mind cannot focus well in class, thus dropping their academic performances. So there is a three-step plan that I have designed from my knowledge and the knowledge I've accumulated from this program KNAF. I call it PI. So the PI stands for Provide, Initiate, and Educate. So my suggestion to government would be to provide mental health hubs where teachers can be educated on the science of mental health and the science of drug abuse. And in this way, teachers can easily identify the problems faced by learners before they get extremely serious. The second step is to initiate. The teachers and government should initiate safe reporting programs. As you all know, most learners are currently afraid of speaking in public and voicing out their own opinions. But by using anonymous suggestion boxes, learners can freely voice out their opinions and suggestions, including their worries. The third step is to educate. When learners are educated on drug awareness, especially by people who are ex-drug addicts, it makes the experience relate to the learners easier. And as during this week, we've been introduced to what's this word? No, it's a strong word. Yes, I want to say ex-convict, but it sounds weird. We've been introduced to an ex-convict, which is Mr. Spiwa Zungu, I think.
Rehabilitated offender.
Yes. We've been introduced to a rehabilitated offender, Mr. Spiwa Zungu, who educated us about his own experiences from jail and his struggles during the time he faced his sentence. And I believe that all of us were able to learn from him, learn from his mistakes, and get information that would help us succeed in future and avoid life struggles and worries. And by providing these, learners can move efficiently, think better, and make proper decisions in their lives. And in conclusion, I would recommend to government that he should increase more programs such as KNAF TDS to the whole world. But I do not believe that there is any other program that can do the same job and work efficiently such as this one. So I would suggest that government increases the funds provided to KNAF so that it can have a further outreach on Africa, South Africa, and internationally. You have been a great audience. Thank you.